Warning, a nostalgia overdose is imminent. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 commercials that are iconic to 90s kids.
Creepy Crawler's Bug Maker. You can create a creepy insect army of glue-filled crawlers.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at commercials aimed mostly at children that defined the decade of grunge and boy bands.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Number 10. Mousetrap. Tom and Jerry the board game. Published by Ideal, Mousetrap has been around for a number of decades. Originally similar to Snakes and Ladders, the game was redesigned to allow children to actually implement their own strategies to try and capture their opponent's mouse.
Turn the crank and snap the plank and boot the marble right down the chute.
Nowadays, Mousetrap is fondly remembered for its catchy commercials, which mixed live action and animation, as an anthropomorphic cat taught children how to catch those pesky mice. While new editions of Mousetrap are still coming out, the game will always be associated with these goofy ads. Number 9. Hungry Hippos.
We're hungry hippos. We're eating great.
Trends come and go, but dancing hippos are forever. In the late 70s, Hasbro launched Hungry Hippos as part of their Ella Fun and Friends lineup that included Mousetrap and Gator Golf. The game was pretty straightforward, as the player to gobble up the most marbles would be crowned as the winner.
You better eat fast, that food won't last. They're hungry hippos.
Hungry Hippos' best commercial involved 4 colored mascots as they danced in a conga line while singing the game's memorable theme song. There is no forgetting the sight of an animated hippo's shapely posterior.
We're hungry hippos. Hungry hippos.
Number 8. Fruity Pebbles Flintstones Christmas commercial. Nothing screams the 90s like a 60s cartoon set in the Stone Age. Post Foods Fruity and Cocoa Pebbles were actually kind of groundbreaking, as they were the first cereal created around a media personality. Since the very beginning, Flintstones were synonymous with the colorful cereal, providing the marketing team plenty of opportunities to get creative. Arguably, Fruity Pebbles' crowning achievement was their holiday commercial, which showed Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble sharing a bowl of cereal with St. Nicholas himself.
Yabba dabba fruit, delicious too.
In comparison to the brand's other commercials, this ad was sweet rather than funny. Number 7. Super Smash Bros.
The only one for me is you.
For a period, Nintendo could do no wrong. By the late 90s, the Japanese company had amassed an expansive array of iconic characters, and Super Smash Bros. Promised to bring them together in a massive punch fest. To complement this monumental occasion, Nintendo delivered the perfect commercial.
Something's gone wrong in the happy-go-lucky world of Nintendo.
Playing the turtles happy together, Mario, Pikachu, Donkey Kong, and Yoshi happily skip through a field before the plumber takes out the green dinosaur and instigates an all-out war. Cheesy but charming, Nintendo captured lightning in a bottle with this one.
Only on Nintendo 64.
Number 6. EasyBake Oven. Cooking for kids. The EasyBake Oven was marketed as an appliance for the prepubescent crowd, and the package came with cake mix. Introduced by Kenner Products, who hired Jim Henson to create a Muppet mascot, the company eventually became part of Hasbro, who launched a series of iconic EasyBake Oven commercials in the early 90s.
Mix up the cake, it's so fast to bake. Melt's coming on top, that was fast.
Broadcast repeatedly on Nickelodeon, the ad focused on the meat of the product, with multiple girls baking their own chocolatey cupcakes. With no mascot in sight, these commercials actually sold the EasyBake Oven on its own merit. Number 5. Operation. The step prior to medical school, Operation's silly and frantic commercials matched the absurdity of the board game.
Is it water on the knee?
Operation!
The goal was for players to use tweezers to remove the patient's body parts, with a cash reward for a successful operation. Over the years, Milton Bradley and Hasbro have released tons of Operation ads, but the game was really popular in the 90s. Throwing in an addictive jingle and a ton of cartoons, Operation's commercial is simultaneously hilarious and kinda terrifying. Seriously, that red-nosed dude is crying out for help.
Doesn't look good to me.
Number 4. Polly Pocket.
Let's have fun in my playhouse together.
Open up the case, there's a world for you.
Wow!
There is such a thing as too precious. The original Polly Pocket was a portable playset that included a dollhouse and small figurines, although the toy's design was later changed by Mattel.
I'm
Polly Pocket, wanna see what's new?
The brand came with its own cartoon Polly, who whimsically opened the majority of these commercials. Besides Polly's animated cameo, Mattel's ads were accompanied by a fantastic jingle with an insanely simple but infectious chorus.
Polly Pocket, Polly Pocket. Now there's lots more ways to have a Polly day.
Depending on the version of Polly Pocket being sold, Mattel updated the commercials accordingly, and they never half-assed it. Number 3. Hot Pockets. You know what? The diet can start tomorrow. Hot Pockets are a staple of American cuisine, and the microwavable foods ad campaign deserves most of the credit.
Hot Pockets, filled with delicious pepperoni pizza, chicken and cheddar, or ham and cheese.
Combining pizza and sandwiches, a match made in heaven. The commercials only needed to make Hot Pockets seem tasty, and they passed with flying colors. Focusing on the food's instantly ready nature, children only need to snap their fingers for a Hot Pocket to be in their hands. The brand's "What are you gonna pick" slogan ensured Hot Pockets would be flying off the shelves.
What are you gonna pick? Hot Pockets.
Try Lean Pockets too.
Number 2. Mentos, the Fresh Maker.
Nothing gets to you. Staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life.
Turning campy into an art form. In the 90s, Mentos Fresh Maker commercials were numerous and inescapable. Whether you loved or hated them, this campaign was far-reaching enough to warrant a mention in 1995's Clueless.
Goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
And was parodied brilliantly by the Foo Fighters in their video for Big Me. The commercials depicted people struggling to overcome small issues before digesting a Mentos and figuring out a solution. The Fresh Maker title refers to the passionately sung jingle, which can still pick at the heartstrings of the coldest viewer.
Fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
Mentos, the Fresh Maker.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
You can pull it. Make that sounds.
Lego Maniac.
Kids, bet you can't catch me.
Put your balls in the bucket.
I'm Mr. Bucket, Mr. Bucket.
Put your balls in the bucket.
But the balls will pop out.
Number 1. Guess Who? Sadly, the cards do not really come to life. Guess Who is the perfect game to bring out someone's inner Sherlock, as the players try to figure out their opponent's chosen card.
Does your person wear glasses? Yes. You're Sam. You win.
So, how do you sell such a simple concept? Obviously, using talking cartoon heads. Guess Who's ads depicted the characters coming to life as floating caricature. After achieving sentience, the cartoons would engage in some witty and kid-friendly banter.
Does your person have red hair? Nope. I'm history.
As icing on the cake, Guess Who's ads ended with a disclaimer pointing out that the cards do not actually talk.
These cards do not actually talk.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.